Shana Tova Umetuka, everyone. Wishing you all a good and sweet new year. I want to first welcome you all to my home. I know this is a bit of a different situation for the high holidays than we're used to. For example, normally we would all be hanging out in the youth activity rooms at shul. Of course, this year we are all settled into our homes. Perhaps you've decided to dress up and make believe that you're at shul. Maybe you're dressed a little bit down like me. Maybe you're in your jammies eating cereal while you watch this. Either way, you have found a way to celebrate the Chagim with your family and with us, your Beth Tikvah family. And we're so excited to share some of the things that we have planned and we would have done with you in person. So sit back, relax, think about the year to come, think about the year that's been, and enjoy with us as we do some stories with Rabbi Lewis, music with Tibby, activities with me, and of course, some fun with our very special guest, Ben and Jonah. You'll wait till the end of the video to see what they have planned for you. Thank you so much for joining us. I wish we could all be together, and I cannot wait till we're all together in person again. Shana Tova again. Happy New Year. Stay safe, everybody.
Welcome, guys. I wanted to tell you a quick story as we get ready for the holidays. And this is a story I really like, and I think it's very important. I think it has a good lesson for us with all of the things going on in the world. So once there was a rabbi, and this rabbi would get all these different questions about what heaven was like. And he didn't really know. He didn't have a good answer. So one day, when he was thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it, and he was praying, God, can you help me? I want to understand what is the difference between heaven and hell. I don't know. And everyone keeps asking me. So there was all of a sudden out of nowhere, he saw the prophet Elijah, right? The same Elijah we open our door for on Passover, on Pesach. Elijah the prophet came to him and said, God sent me to show you the difference. So first they went to go see hell, but he was surprised. Because when he got there, he saw the most beautiful building he'd ever seen in his life. And around it were the most beautiful gardens that he'd ever seen. All of the different things. There were fountains, there were roses, there were everyone's favorite types of flowers and plants. And as he walked through the garden and he got closer to the building, he saw just how amazing this building was. And it was just so beautiful and tall and these big windows. And he went and he looked in the window and guess what he saw inside?
Tigers.
Tigers. Okay, maybe in the garden he had tigers and all the cool animals in the gardens. Great. He looks in and he sees the most beautiful room. And it's got all sorts of games and toys and objects everywhere. But in the center of the room is a giant table with a big feast. And it has all of the food you could imagine. The most delicious, amazing food. There are things there that I like. Chocolate chip cookies and cinnamon rolls and cheese pizza and pancakes. What are some of the other foods that you think may have been on the table?
A crisp.
A crisp. There's crisps on the table. What else? What are some other foods you guys love that might be on the table?
Chicken, and I also like beef, and I also like eggs and other stuff. Let me keep the phone. Okay, no.
Perfect. There's chicken, eggs, beef, all your favorite main dishes. There's potato chips. What else?
Peanut butter.
Oh, there's peanut butter. Lots of peanut butter.
Pizza and chocolate and a s'more.
I can't believe I forgot the s'mores. You are so right. There's a big plate of s'mores on the table, and it's surrounded by other plates of pizza and chocolate and everything. But the rabbi is looking through the window, and he doesn't understand what he sees. Because everybody there looks so sad. Everybody there looks unhappy, and he's not sure why are they unhappy, he thinks. Because they have all this food, the best, most amazing food. They have s'mores and pancakes and eggs and chicken and chicken soup, just like Bubby makes. All your favorite foods are there on the table, but everyone looks sad. And he's not sure why. But then he looks closer and he figures it out. Does anybody know why they might be sad right now, even though they have all that amazing food in this beautiful house?
Who were sad because they had stuff, but they just wanted other stuff.
Oh, very good.
Maybe because they don't have cars and houses.
Okay, maybe there's other things they want. That's good. Good. What about?
I think it's because maybe they're not able to eat the food. Like, there's all that nice stuff there, but they can't use any of it.
Oh, you are right on. That's perfect. Perfect. The man looks closely and realizes that everybody at the end of their hand, they have a really long spoon and it's tied to their hand. So every time they go to scoop up some food, they can't bring it to their mouth because the spoon's all the way over here. And what happens when they try to eat? The food just keeps falling on the floor. No matter how many times they scoop up their favorite meal, it just drops right out. There's nothing that they can do to eat, so they're so sad. So Elijah says to the rabbi, next we're going to go and we're going to visit heaven. And he gets up to heaven and it's the same thing. He sees beautiful gardens. They have all the different plants. They have tigers there just like Elon wants them to be. There's butterflies, all the different things in the garden. And he gets closer, he sees this big, beautiful building. And in the building, he looks in the window and he sees all the same beautiful decorations on the room, a big long table and all those foods before. It's got pizza, it's got ice cream, it's got s'mores and chocolate and chicken soup and chicken and crisps, just like Trudy likes. It's got all the different foods there, except this time everybody's happy. But the man doesn't understand why, because everybody looks so happy. But he looks and he sees, what does he see attached to their hands? He sees the same spoon. And why do you think it is that in this place they're happy, even though it's exactly the same as the other place in every other way?
They probably just put it on the table and ate like a dog.
So that's very close, right? That's not quite what they did, but that's a really good solution. But what else do you think maybe they did to help them eat? Does anybody else have an idea? Yeah, Elon, what do you think?
They can share the food.
That's exactly what they did. Here in heaven, the difference was even though they couldn't feed themselves, they could feed the people next to them. They could reach out with the spoon. So they would ask, what is it that you want to eat? And I'll give it to you. And then other people said, what is it that you want to eat? And I'll give it to you. So what's the lesson from that? Even though it's the exact same place, what's the difference between a really, really good place and a really, really bad place?
People help each other.
Exactly the right answer what you said. The difference between a place that's really nice and really sad is that people help each other. When we just think about ourselves, life isn't so great sometimes. But when we think about the people around us, that's where we can be really happy and make a really great place. So that's what heaven was. Heaven was exactly the same as the other place, except there, people didn't just worry about themselves, they worried about each other. And I wanted to talk to you about that a little bit because there's a lot of craziness going on in the world right now. But one of the things that makes it the most difficult is there are some people that only care about themselves. They're not trying to help anybody else. And that leads to a place that's not so nice to live, that's not so happy, not so fun. But there are other places, right, where people are worried not just about themselves, but they want to help others. And they want to help make the world a better place and make their communities, their schools, their homes a really nice and happy place. And they do that by not just thinking about what they want, but by thinking what others might want. So I had a couple of questions I was thinking. Can anybody help us and share something? What's something we can do to help others, to make the world or our community or our school or even just our house? What's something you can do to help your sister or your brother or your parents or grandparents to help make your home a better place?
You could help fix something.
Amazing. You could help fix something that's broken, and especially if it's not something that's yours, because it helps someone else. I love it. I love it.
Oh, so you can donate food, like canned food.
Amazing. You can donate food, canned food especially, because it lasts so long and it helps people.
Does help someone fall down.
When someone falls down, we can help pick them up, right? We can help them get back. Oh, that's amazing. What a good one.
Clean up the environment.
Clean up the environment. Oh, that's so good. Because a nice, clean world, that's important for all of us. Wonderful. I want to thank you guys so much. We miss you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Everybody, Ellie here to do a fun activity with you based on the story that Rabbi Lewis just told us. So he told us a great story about tzedakah, giving back to other people. So I thought it would be fun to make a tzedakah box that we could use over the next year, fill with coins and bills, and then next Rosh Hashanah you can make a big donation to somebody in need. So let's get started and have a look at the few supplies that we need that you probably have around your house. Okay, so we're going to need a good pair of scissors, some kind of construction paper or foam for decorating. This is a foam that peels back and acts like a sticker for when we need it. Now if you have any kind of little people in your house, you're definitely familiar with this container. Any container will do. I like this one because it's all plastic, but you can use a soup can if that's what you have. Next we have some cutouts that I have from our PJ Library sticker package. This is all available online on the Youth and Young Family High Holiday page. You can print it out there before or after Chag. And now I've got some decorating material. I have some fancy tape, some glitter. You guys know I love glitter, and of course glue to put it all together. So let's get going. Okay gang, so I'm going to start by making a hole in the lid so that we can actually put our donations into it. I'm going to use a very sharp knife or a scissor for this. I think this is something that Mom and Dad should definitely help you with. So I'm going to attach it back onto the canister. Again, I'm using a very sharp knife, but you can use scissors, and again, ask Mom and Dad for help. So I'm going to poke it in. There we go. That looks like I can fit a coin in there. Perfect. I'm just going to add a little bit of, there we go. So I've got somewhere to put our money and our donations. Perfect. And now I'm going to wrap everything up because I don't necessarily want to have the Crunchy Gerber logo on our tzedakah box. So I'm going to wrap it up in my dark blue foam. You could use construction paper. You can wrap it completely in tape, whatever you want. We just want to make it pretty because this is going to sit in your house for the next year. So I'm going to start decorating and then I'll show you the finished product. Tzedakah box. It's decorated for the high holidays and I'm so excited to start using it. I hope that you guys have fun making this yourself and make sure to make a donation. Shana Tova.
Well, let me tell you, during high holidays, we're supposed to be happy. And not just us, we have to make everyone happy around us. Because we're looking forward to a really good new year. So when we come to the synagogue, we sing the following song. Sing along with me. Nine, nine, na 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 nine. Nine, nine, na 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 nine. Nine, nine, na 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 nine. Nine, na 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 nine. Simcha le'artzecha, v'sason le'irecha. Simcha le'artzecha, v'sason le'irecha. Joy, joy to the land. Joy, joy to Jerusalem. Joy, joy to Israel. Good times for me and you. Joy, joy to the land. Joy, joy to Jerusalem. Joy, joy to Israel. Good times for me and you. Nine, nine, ya da 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 nine, 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 na 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 nine, 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 na 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 nine, na 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 na. Nine, nine, na 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 nine, na na nine, na 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 nine. Nine, nine, na 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 nine, nine, na nine, na 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 na.
Hi everybody, here to make another fun high holiday craft. You can do this in advance of the high holidays. You can do it between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and it's a fun way to decorate your table for lunch or breaking the fast. So let's get started. I'm going to make a whole bunch of yarn Pom Pom apples. So we need very few supplies for this. Come and have a look. So I've got a pair of scissors, some pipe cleaners. I have got yarn in the color of my desired apple. I guess we are making a red delicious today, and a tiny piece of cardboard. Okay everyone, so the first step is taking your cardboard and just folding it over in half. This is going to make part of our job a little bit easier later on. Next, I'm going to take my yarn and I'm going to wrap it around once and tie a little knot just to keep it in place. Next, I'm going to start winding this around and I'm going to do it 100 times. Let's go. Whew. Okay, so I'm going to cut that off. And now I'm going to take my pipe cleaner that I had. I'm going to stick it in. And this is why I folded my cardboard, because it made it way easier to sneak it in. And now I'm going to twist my pipe cleaner. So we've got a lovely little stem to our apple. And now if you want, you can put the bottom stem as well. I'm gonna shimmy my apple off the cardboard in order to do that. There we go. So I'm gonna take another piece of pipe cleaner and force it through. Does it want to go through? It's kind of bending. There it is. I got him. All right, guys. Hopefully you're better at that than me. So for that one, I'm just going to wrap it a little bit. You know the bottom of the apple that's always sort of gross and in the way, but it's not a full stem? That's what I'm making here. So I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut the extra bit of yarn. And just like that, I have a little apple. Hope you guys enjoy dipping this in honey. It might get a little bit sticky. And I want to see what else you guys make. So enjoy this craft. Shana Tova.
Hello, Hebrews and Shebrews. My name is Ben Train. This is Jonah Babbins, and we are from the Toronto Magic Company.
We are so excited that you're here because today, not only are we going to show you some magic, but also you're going to learn some tricks too with rubber bands, with coins. Yeah, you're going to learn. They're going to learn tricks.
I thought we're not allowed to teach people our secrets.
Nah, look at them. They look wonderful. Why would we not teach them?
They do look wonderful.
Okay,
Okay,
yeah,
we'll
so
teach you
let's
some
do some
secrets.
secrets.
But before we do, we want to introduce you to a very special guest. But quick warning, if you are scared of wild animals, take one scooch back in your chair.
But if you're brave, take one bump step forward.
Yeah, you ready? Okay, are you scared of wild animals,
Yeah,
Jonah?
I'm sitting back.
I met this wild creature 3 weeks ago in the woods. Please put your hands together for the one and only Matilda, the mind-reading duck. This is Matilda, the mind-reading duck. She is the world's only mind-reading duck, and she's going to do an amazing card trick for us today. What's that, Matilda? Yeah. I think they can all tell at home that you're not real. Yeah. Yeah, they can see you're made out of wood. Yeah. Yeah. They can see it's my fingers controlling you from underneath. You think we should just do the silly trick? Okay, let's do it. Here's what's going to happen. Matilda is going to try to find a card someone's going to pick. So, Jonah, are those cards shuffled?
Yes, they are.
Okay, put them right here. And actually, before you
look
do,
nice and shuffled,
you do, I'm going to blindfold the duck just to make this a little harder. Oh, it's hard to tie knots. Matilda the duck is now blindfolded. This way she can't see anything. And here's what's going to happen. Jonah, I want you to name any card.
You want me to say it out loud?
Say it out loud.
The Jack of Clubs.
The Jack of Clubs.
Yeah.
Matilda the duck is going to go through the deck, blindfolded, look through the cards, and try to find the Jack of Clubs.
Really?
Oh, yes. Ready? Here we go. Relax. Ready? On the count of 3. 1. Relax. What's that? You won't do it unless you get some food? Okay, hold on. You gotta feed her first. You gotta feed the duck. That's very important. Okay, you ready to do it, Matilda? That means yes. Here we go. On the count of 3. 1. Relax. 1, 2, 3 weeks ago, when I first met the duck, we did this trick. She got so excited, she jumped through the computer screen and she accidentally bit somebody's nose off.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
So just to protect yourself, put your fingers over your nose. Do it.
Okay.
Okay,
This
good.
seems
Ready? On the count of 3.
Zoom.
1,
I don't know.
2, 3 weeks ago, we did this for someone else. Matilda the duck got so excited, she jumped through the computer screen and she bit somebody's fingers off.
Really?
So yes.
Wow.
So just to protect your fingers, put them up your nose.
Really?
No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
disgusting. Okay, here we go on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2. Whoa! Hold on. Look, there are lots of different cards here. And Jonah, you said the Jack of
Clubs. The Jack.
the Jack of Clubs. That's exactly what it is! Matilda, take a bow!
Whoa!
That is. What's that?
Unbelievable.
What's that? You want some more food? Yeah, you've earned it. And what else? You're tired? Time for a nap? Jonah, put the blanket on
Very good.
so she can go to sleep.
Everyone
Everyone knows wooden ducks can't go to sleep without their blankets. You did a great job,
Round
Matilda!
of applause for Matilda, from me, from Ben, and from you at home. Clap. Yes, really, we can see you clapping. And I want to tell you guys this, that Matilda the mind-reading duck, just like us, spent a lot of time in quarantine. Spent a lot of time stuck in quarantine and life right now is a little bit different than it was 6 months ago or 8 months ago or a year ago. And we all have, in some ways, a little bit more time to ourselves than we did before. So one amazing thing that we can do is, just like Matilda worked on a magic trick, just like Ben and I worked on magic tricks that we can show you, that we can teach you.
And just like soon you're going to be working on magic tricks.
Ask yourself, what fun things can you spend your time on? What can you learn? What can you research? What project can you start with friends? It's really just about making the best use of your time and using it to better yourself. Is there something you can learn, something you can build, something you can make, or something you can do? For us, that's magic. We love learning magic, making magic, doing magic, and building magic.
But also, you started painting during the pandemic,
Yeah.
and I've been learning to sew. So you ask yourself, what can you use this time to do, and what can you learn to make yourself better and happier, and maybe one of those things could be a magic trick. So Jonah, do we want to show them a magic trick? And
like teach them a magic trick?
I say show them, and then if we think that they're really, really good, we'll teach them.
Wow, okay, that's perfect. Can I do it with a coin? A trick with a coin?
Yeah, I love
okay,
coins.
so this is a coin, and everybody, before this, we told you to bring a coin, to go and grab any coin. And you'll notice mine is a really, really big coin.
By the way, if you didn't run and grab a coin, now is the time to do it.
Pause it. Go get a coin
Boop, boop.
and come back. We'll be right here. A coin. Now you'll notice my coin is really, really big. Your coin does not
Or
have
he's
to
just
be
really, really small.
Or
Maybe
I'm a
we're
small,
tiny people.
I have no idea.
You never know.
But your coin doesn't have to be this big. It can be any coin, any size, any type. This one is good because it shows up on the table on the camera so you can see. The other thing that you'll notice with any coin is they're very hard, and that's because they're made out of metal. And I'm going to tell you something that I learned. I don't know if you've ever read the side of a cereal box, but on the side of a cereal box, it's got all these glucose and fructose and alpha-lactose and all these fructoses. But then when you look, there's like iron. You know, there's like zinc. There's all these different metals. So I used to ask myself, like, why are there metals? But I actually learned the reason why there's metals is because the metal gets absorbed in your body. So look, watch.
No.
Yeah, it gets absorbed into your body. That is real. Do you want to learn how that works?
More than anything in the entire world.
I'm going to show you how that works. So when I was really little, they put a little slit in my hand, and we can tuck
I
it.
think I
No,
see
I'm
it.
kidding. No. It's over here on my lap. It's over here, and I'm going to show you guys all how this works.
Wait, I have to run and get a coin.
Yes, grab a coin, and I'm going to show everybody how this works. So
Pitter-patter.
if you have a coin, take it and put it down on the table in front of you. And for this trick, you need two things. Number one, a coin, and number two, a table. You actually need a table, and you will all see why in a second. A very pretty tune here. Let me go really close.
You can do close. I'll tell you when it's in focus. It is not.
It will be. Hold on.
Oh, this camera's awesome. That's the new... Pull it back just a tiny bit. That's the new Bill Reed Toonie.
Beautiful.
Toonie.
Beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to teach...
And now I'm going to make it disappear.
I'm going to teach everybody how to do what I just did. So first I'm going to show you what happened. So what happened is, as it looked like I picked up the coin, in reality, it's dropped over here on my lap. So everybody's going to do this with me. So take the coin and put it out on the table in front of you. And you're going to take your hand, and you're with your thumb sticking out on the side like this. So it's a giant L. And do this with me, by the way. Mirror me right now. And take your hand and put it on top of the coin. And you'll notice two things. You'll notice, number one, that my fingers are together. They're not open like this so you can see the coin. So they're together. And the second thing you'll notice is my thumb is going out like this to the side. Now, as if I am picking up the coin from the edge of the table, I am going to drag to the edge of the table. And when the coin gets near the edge of the table, we're going to stop right here for a second. When we actually do it, we won't, but here to understand. Now, my thumb is going to come back as if I'm picking up a coin. As if. Except my thumb comes back here, and really it doesn't touch anything. It just goes like this. It just goes boop, and the coin falls on my lap. So it looks like this. But I'm not holding anything. The coin falls on my lap. I'm going to get a book, because with a book, I can show you. I can show you this. This is what is happening. So look, this is the edge of the table. So as I'm dragging, I drag, and then my thumb comes around, but it just falls. It just falls right down. So yeah, here, we'll do it from this angle here. Maybe I'll do it from this side so you can see. So this is the edge of the table, and I drag. My thumb comes around the side, but then I don't actually pick it up. It falls down on my lap. So I'm going to do it one more time so you can all see what I'm doing, and then we're going to try it a few different ways. So one more time so you can watch close. Look. Like this. My thumb comes around, and I pick it up. Now, obviously, I don't have anything. Now, we could stop here, and we could go poof, but people think that you're holding it in your hands, so you can do anything. You can go like this, and make it disappear. You can, let me try another.
One of the things that you did, Jonah, that made it so fooling for me is when you went like this and picked up the coin, if you just made it disappear here, I might remember that you went near the edge of the table. But when you picked up the coin like this, and I think it was in your hand, and then you put it in the other hand here, and I'm watching the coin move from hand to hand, and then when it disappeared, it's nowhere near anything. That's why I thought it was hiding in one of your hands.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, please.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And can you tell me what is wrong with it?
Okay,
so
I will
maybe
try
if
to guess.
people at home make a similar mistake, then they don't have to.
Okay, and if you're at home watching, you can yell it out.
That's true.
If
Okay,
you know what it
watch
is.
close. 1, 2.
Oh.
Yes.
You were looking down at your lap, and because you were looking like this, I was looking down.
That's
too.
exactly right. So in magic, one easy thing to remember is that they look where you're looking. So if you pretend that it's in your hand, you should look at your hand, because they will look at your hand and think it's in your hand. But if you're holding your hand like this but looking down here, then they're going to be wondering what is going on over there on your lap.
Okay, so let me try that. So I put my hand, I make like the L.
Yes.
And I go like this. And now my thumb comes back as if I'm taking it, and I'm watching the coin.
And it really looks like he just picked it up. unbelievable. And you can make it disappear. You can do anything. You can make it like become really tiny. You can like this. Here, look. I'll take it and I'll make it look like I eat it. Look, watch. You can eat it. You can do anything that
But
you
you didn't
like.
really put it in your mouth.
No, I did not. No.
Don't put coins in your mouth. They're disgusting.
No.
They're
What I did
disgusting.
is like this.
Gross
It
people
fell
touch
on
them.
my lap. I'm now holding nothing in my hand, and then I put that nothing in my mouth, but it really looks like I'm putting something in my mouth. Perfect. And you can do this with not only a coin, but you can do this with any small object. Anything that fits under your hand. You can do it with a coin, a ball, you can do it with a rock, you can do it with a little piece of paper, you can do it with a stamp. I don't know, do people use stamps? When they mail stuff. Okay. But you could do it anything.
Nobody.
A marble, really, anything you like.
That's true. It's a great thing. You can do it at any time, anywhere. I like that trick.
I was wondering.
Yes, you have
Now
questions.
they know a trick that they can do with a coin, which is a little tiny
is pretty
object.
cool.
But we also told them that they should bring with them a rubber band.
That reminds me of something.
You have a trick.
No, I have a friend.
Matilda.
No, not Matilda.
Wow, you're very
I have
popular.
a friend. His name is Dennis, and he has spent the last 10 years traveling through Europe studying acrobatics. Do you want to meet him?
Yes.
Yeah, this is him. He's so cool. He's so cool. You're going to love him. He's so cool. Here he is. Dennis!
That's Dennis?
This is Dennis. You can tell that he's an acrobat because he's extremely stretchy because of all the stretching and yoga he does. This is Dennis. Dennis is going to show us one of the amazing tricks he learned at the Academy of Acrobatics. Look, he goes inside my hand on first two fingers. I'm going to double wrap him so you can see him wrapped around my hand. And you can see that he doesn't go through this way and he doesn't go through this way. But if I close my hand, watch Dennis as he melts through flesh and bone and jumps over to the other two fingers.
Huh?
That's pretty crazy. But wait, he knows another amazing trick. Dennis, I'm going to take him off here. Look, Dennis goes around these two fingers and I'm going to double wrap him. You can see him around both sides. And now I'm going to lock him inside a prison cell. Lock him inside a prison cell. In fact, we'll go like this. This is crazy. Now there's no way for Dennis to pass through here and there's no way for Dennis to pass through here. But if I do this, watch Dennis as he melts through flesh, bone, and through the prison cells itself. And melts onto the other two fingers.
Is that a trick that they're going to know? Like you're going to teach them?
This is a trick I'm going to teach you. So the first thing is I'm gonna be honest. This is a time of being better people, and so I want to be honest and clean. This is not actually Dennis. It's just a rubber band. Okay. The real Dennis is over here. He's just tired. He's just tired. So I'm gonna put Dennis over here with Matilda, and we will use this rubber band, and I'm gonna teach you the trick. So first thing I want you to do is grab a rubber band.
And it can be anything. You could have a rubber band from like a hair elastic. You could have something from a newspaper, an asparagus, a broccoli. Any rubber band from around your house will work.
And what I want you to do is I want you to hold up one of your hands. This is your 5 hand. And I want you to place the rubber band on the first 2 fingers. Those are the 2 fingers closest to the thumb. Now, some of you might have a rubber band that is nice and small and it fits snugly around those first 2 fingers. Like Jonah's sort of fits nice and snug. Mine is a little bit too loose, so I'm going to double wrap it. And to double wrap it, all I do is I twist the rubber band into a figure 8, and then I put my first 2 fingers in the second loop and wrap it around. So now you just have a rubber band that's wrapped twice around the first 2 fingers. Now, I'm going to show you the exposed part of my hand, but I want all of you at home to be like Jonah and turn your palm in so that it's like you're gonna high-five your own face. But I'm gonna show you what happens behind the scenes. So here's what happens. When I show people that the rubber band can't go through the front and can't go through the back, when I turn my hand like Jonah has it and like you have it, I secretly pull this rubber band and I'm grabbing both strands if it's double twisted and I pull it down. And then I take all 4 of my fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I place them inside the loop. And I place the rubber band around my fingertips. So Jonah, turn your hand the other way. When you do it, I want you to do it like Jonah has it right now. Just like he's doing it so you can't see the fingers. I'm only showing it to you so that I'm exposing it so you can see. I pull down, I place all 4 fingers inside. Don't miss any fingers. And I place the rubber bands around my fingertips here. Now, the back of your hand is going to be to people when you perform so they can't see this. To make the rubber band jump from here to here, all I'm going to do is lift my fingers. And when I do it, I like to think of it like a roller coaster ride. Like when you lift the bar and you open it up. When you lift here, I want you to lift that rubber band with all 4 of your fingers. Don't sneak any fingers out. And what will happen is if you lift your hand, it sounds crazy, but automatically the rubber band will jump. And not only will it jump for the first 2 fingers to the second 2, if you pull back again and make a loop and put all 4 of your fingers inside and wrap it around your fingertips, you can make the rubber band jump back. So it can jump back and forth. Now here, you might be wondering at this point, but how did I do it when the rubber bands were wrapped like this?
Ben, how did you do it when the rubber bands were wrapped like that?
Good question, Jonah. That's a good question. I'll show you. It works the exact same way. Here's the secret. The rubber band is not actually melting through these fingers. It's moving around the fingers back and forth like this. So when we do the trick, I'm going to double wrap this elastic band, and now I'm going to wrap another elastic band around. It doesn't matter how I wrap this. You can wrap it any crazy way you want. Jonah's going to go crazy and wrap. The only thing that's important is you don't wrap the thumb. Because even with this crazy arrangement, Jonah's rubber band can still move back and forth around. And so can yours. So now you're going to do the same thing. You show the inside of your hand to people just for a second, and you pull these 2 and say, look, there's no way it can go through the fingers. And now I turn the back of my hand to people and I say, it can't go through this way. And now I'm pulling that secret loop. I close it. I put all 4 fingers inside. I have my fingers, and I'm going to lift, and the rubber band will seem to melt from these 2 to these 2. Just like that.
And make sure right now you are trying it at home and check if it is jumping from these 2 to these 2. And if it's not, feel free to go and rewind the video and watch again and follow along with us how to get this to jump over.
So I'll tell you 2 quick notes. So 2 things that sometimes people struggle with.
Yeah.
Number 1 is if you've double wrapped the elastic band, make sure you pull both strands down, not just one. So if you're doing the trick with a double wrap band, you pull both down. And the second thing, and this is very important, is you want to not sneak out any fingers. So sometimes when people are lifting up, they might sneak out a finger
try to do
or
it like
something, and then it doesn't work. So when you're lifting the rubber band, all 4 fingers are going to lift, lift, lift to do that.
And it feels weird near the end. Near the end, it feels like it's about to fly off your hand, and then it's like wrong. But if you do everything right, bam, it'll move right over. The other thing I'll say is if your rubber band is too loose, then sometimes when you move it over, it kind of just looks like this. Blub. It kind of just falls over, so like that. So maybe you might need a little bit of a bigger rubber band, or to just loop it around a second time. But now the most exciting part is this. You guys have tricks that you can do with rubber band. You guys have tricks that you can do with coins, and you guys have a little bit of extra time on your hands because of the situation right now, which means if you want to work on magic, here's some lovely, amazing stuff that you can do. If you want to work on other amazing projects, whether it's stuff to learn, stuff to start, stuff for your community, or stuff for yourself, anything that you can do to better yourself and make good use of this time, that's what we're doing, and we're so excited to be able to share this time with you. So thank you all so much.
On behalf of myself, Ben Train, Jonah Babbins, Matilda the Duck, and, of course, the incredible Dennis, we want to say thank you very much. Enjoy the magic, enjoy the fun, and happy high holidays.
Peace!